Well, I guess it's time for the Democrats to finally realize they need to officially freak out. Morning, morning. So
last night, the race officially became someone versus Trump, right?
yeah, because the way the Indiana primary went and Cruz was like, oh, I just can't do this anymore. And I'm like, all right. And now all my Dems on my Facebook are like, oh my God, it's really serious. You know what I've been hearing for like the last month on The View is the Democrats across the nation are getting even more and more panicked that Trump is getting closer and closer. And Whoopi's sitting back in her chair. Why aren't you guys freaking out about this like 6 months ago?
Right?
Why are you guys waiting now to the last minute? And I'm just like, that's humans. Most people like to do things at the very last minute because then they realize it becomes real, because they don't actually believe reality is actually happening around them until they get smacked in the face.
See also climate change.
By and large, yes. There was the climate change thing was brought up while I was in high school. Like I knew about global warming. You knew about global warming in junior high.
Yeah.
People were talking about it, and you were like, well,
that's a really bad thing.
That sounds like a really bad idea. That's a bad thing.
Let's do something
But
about
like,
this.
I'm like, maybe we could do something about that. I mean, if it's true, because it just seems so far out there. And it took us 20 years, and we still got people that are like, nope, doesn't exist. You know, and so it's like, I still love I love that thing that College Humor put out about the old people. The one thing that really gets me is like, they say that 3/4 of Florida is going to be underwater. And then the old black guy, that takes care of our Florida problem. Takes care of the United States' Florida problem. And I'm like, damn right. Damn sandbar. It's not a sandbar. It's a limestone wall of sorts.
Yeah.
A sandbar with the amount of current that goes through the Gulf to curve around Florida, it would have been washed away by now, but it's not land. It's rock, but it's not land. Yeah, well, okay, it's above sea level, but it's just like the sheer amount of shit they had to do to make that place livable.
It was livable before. It was livable before we had the U.S. there.
Yeah, it was livable there. We had the Spanish were in there, but they wasn't like, they were like, we're gonna hold on to this. We're gonna hold on to this. But like, by the way, can we have this? Like, take it. Fuck, I don't care. No, bye. Like the Spanish gave that shit up real fast because they realized it was just, it's like America's Australia.
That's fair.
But yeah, and so now that they're all starting to really freak out, starting to see the fact that the Democratic Party seems to be tearing itself apart because of one reason. What's that reason, Aaron?
I'm not sure which one you mean.
The superdelegates.
Oh,
That
yeah.
most people in the young, like, I didn't realize superdelegates existed. I didn't really pay attention the last couple elections to the things because I didn't care about primaries.
You said something today that shocked me deeply. You said, yeah, Republicans don't have them.
Correct.
I was like, what?
Yep.
You mean all of this bullshit we're working with, dealing with, well, Bernie's winning if we don't count superdelegates, or he's really close to, or Hillary's already winning. They aren't dealing with that?
The Republicans?
Yeah.
Nope.
Of course, they did have 15 candidates, so.
That's true. As you guys saw this weekend, we already cast our ballots and our votes and all that stuff. So we've done our job, and now bug, hi. Like, it came right up in front of my eye and was like really close, and I was like, hello. But we did our thing, and we can't really do any more. I mean,
Not until November.
I could probably get people now. Can't really do anything other than trying to get the last minute voters to do their thing in this primary, because it hasn't, you know, it's not set in stone yet. So, I don't know why I was looking that way. I could hear it coming from that rail.
Yeah. So, I was thinking as we were walking that all of this confusion and BS might actually lead to some changes in the way voting is done in the US, but the problem with that is the people who make the rules and who can adjust the rules are the people for whom this system worked. Yeah,
it's sort of like the guy that's running for Senate for Oregon. Like, between reading his Twitter and all the stuff that he champions for, you know, I'm just like, you know, you'd probably be better. And I'm non-discriminatory when it comes down to you've been in Washington for too long. Because there's always the things that are like, by the way, look at these people. They've been in Congress or they've been in Washington for like 30 plus years.
Yeah.
It's true, these people have also been in the same position for 30 plus years. But we've got a senator from Oregon he's either been a U.S. representative in the House of Representatives from Oregon or a senator since before I was born. He's been there for 36 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, we need
new blood.
We need new blood. The fact that, I don't know why I'm like, it was even before Max. Like when we went down to the Renegades game with the Monarchs, I was like, I felt like this weird, like, almost like I feel like an outsider and thus I look at Medford and I feel like they're an outsider.
Yeah.
Because they're so close to California that they get a lot of people talk. Like California is a part of, in a weird way, California is more a part of their lexicon than it is with ours. Because it's a quicker trip to, whereas they don't think about Washington State much. They don't think about Seattle.
Yeah.
They think more about whatever. It's because there's not really even a big city near them, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, we go down there, I'm like, oh, there's a functional city down here. Like the last thing I'd really heard about Medford was from that sippy sad drunk neighbor that Bill liked to hang out with. The girl?
Yeah.
She was from Medford and she got abused and drank and kept crying about her abused family and didn't like living in Medford because it was a hellhole. And I'm like, oh God. I mean, this was a relative impression that I got, and then we drive down there and I'm like, well, okay, this is kind of, the fuck, folks?
Well,
Nope.
it's not like he's actually on the platform. He's just going through.
I can't believe people just go against the rules like that, but whatever. And so, I don't know. Like I said, and then I find out that, you know, this guy, Kevin Stein, is Medford City Council, and he's young, and he's in that weird progressive mindset, and I'm just like, you know what? Ron Wyden's done a lot of good for Oregon. I mean, he really wouldn't be in that position, because Oregon will get someone the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that guy's just fine. He's jogging.
Yeah. But yeah, Oregon has no problem voting someone out if they aren't doing stuff.
And that's part of the thing is that, you know, the thing that keeps the people, you know, it's just like with the Republicans, the thing that keeps the people in is a reason because their constituency, regardless of gerrymandering, their constituency thinks they're doing a great job. And they may be doing a slightly worse job, but with gerrymandering, they can make sure that they always find people that think they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
You know, I said it earlier, it's the issue with voter reform or whatever kind of reform you want to call that. It's the same issue with reform around gerrymandering. The people who can control it are the ones who've benefited from it.
Yeah, that's also why I went for the, like, Max went for that one guy for the...
Something. For something.
Yeah, and I went for, and you went for one person, I went for the chickie. And I couldn't really figure out why I did it. But it was because she got so many more people in Oregon to vote. Like, she went on, like, she got her peeps together and, like, got 300,000 more people in Oregon to vote. Or at least register to vote. Whether or not they're actually going to vote is...
Yeah.
But at least they have the choice now. And I was like, nobody else said that.
Yeah.
But anyways. So
my train should be here soon.
Yeah, I know. We're going to cut this off because we're at 11 minutes. It's part of the thing I fear about when we get a little bit later than usual is that we're going to miss that backed up train sort of thing. And you're going to have to wait 15 minutes from when we get here.
Yeah.
That's why I try to leave at like 7:25. I understand I had an army going somewhere and I wanted to see how it was going to go. Here it comes. I can hear the ding.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing.
Not even a goodbye?
Have a good one.